All right, so today we are diving deep into the world of luxury leather goods.
Love it.
We are talking like specifically, we found this company online. They make these incredible handcrafted leather totes.
Okay.
And I'm really excited to kind of like unpack this with you because I don't know about you, but like when I see something that's like really well made, really high quality, it just like it piques my interest.
Oh, absolutely. I think, in a world of fast fashion and kind of disposable everything, there's something really appealing about something that's like built to last, you know?
Totally. And you can just tell, even just from looking at their website, that they are all like that heritage, that craftsmanship.
Hmm.
So, I mean, right off the bat, their website, it just screams like classic quality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they use words like handmade, genuine leather, even the names of their bags, like Dagny, Andre. It's like
Mm.
very evocative of like a bygone era.
It's giving like vintage luggage, like those old steamer trunks
Yes.
that have like traveled the world.
Exactly. Like you just know that these bags have a story to tell.
And they probably have several lifetimes left in them,
Right.
which is, I think, part of what draws people to this kind of product.
Totally. And speaking of stories, they have like a whole section on their website dedicated to this leather they use called Crazy Horse leather,
Yes.
which I have to admit, I'd heard of it, but I didn't really know like what made it so special.
Yeah, well, and they really want you to know.
They do.
They're not shying away from it. They're like, crazy horse leather, this is what we use, and they go into depth about it.
Yes. So clearly it's like a big selling point for them.
It is.
So as the resident expert here, can you break it down for us? Like, what is the deal with Crazy Horse leather?
So crazy horse leather, it's a type of full grain leather,
Right.
which full grain, that's important because that means it's like the best part of the hide, the most durable part. It's got all the natural grain, all those little imperfections that actually make it stronger. And it develops this really cool patina over time. Basically, like, instead of getting all scratched up and looking bad, crazy horse leather, it gets these like marks and scuffs, but they kind of just add to the character.
It's like those like distressed leather jackets that just get better with age.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's not about keeping it pristine.
No.
It's about like embracing the wear and tear.
It's about the journey.
The journey, yeah.
Right.
Okay, cool. So we've got the heritage vibe, we've got this crazy horse leather, but they don't just make totes, right? They've got a whole range of bags.
Yeah, they've got duffel bags, backpacks, messenger bags.
So they've kind of got like a whole leather ecosystem happening.
They really do, and it's all very cohesive, you
Yeah.
know? Like, you can tell it's all coming from the same design philosophy.
Yeah, like a whole lifestyle.
Exactly.
Which I can get behind. Now, one thing I kept seeing on their website was this emphasis on handcrafting.
Ah,
But like, what does that even mean anymore? You know?
right.
Because handmade gets tossed around so much these days.
It's a buzzword for sure.
Yeah. So like, for a bag like this, what does it actually mean for it to be handcrafted?
So for a bag like this, handcrafted means that like every step of the process, from cutting the leather to stitching it together to the finishing touches, it's all done by a skilled artisan.
Yeah.
Like a real person who knows what they're doing.
Okay.
It's not like mass-produced in a factory where like machines are doing all the work.
So it's like the difference between like a tailored suit and something you'd buy off the rack.
Exactly. It's that level of like individual attention and care that you're getting.
And that presumably is reflected in the price tag.
It does play a role. Yeah.
Because these bags are not like cheap.
They're an investment.
They are. So like, how would you justify that to someone who might be, on the fence about spending that much on a bag?
Well, first of all, like we talked about the quality of the materials.
Right. The crazy horse leather?
Yeah. This is a bag that like, if you take care of it, it can last you a lifetime. It's not something you're going to have to replace in a couple of years.
Right.
And in fact, they actually offer repair services.
Oh, wow.
So if something happens, you can send it back to them.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it really is an investment. It's something you could even pass down,
That's so cool. I love that. It's like they're really committed to like slow fashion, sustainable consumption.
Absolutely. And I think that resonates with a lot of people these days.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So we've talked about the craftsmanship, the materials, the price, but let's talk about the feeling,
Right.
Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
It is.
Like I'm on their website and they have these beautiful photos, like very evocative, very kind of like classic and timeless, but also modern.
Yes. And it's interesting because they're clearly going for a certain vibe,
Yeah.
but it doesn't feel like old-fashioned.
Right? It doesn't feel stuffy.
No, it feels very fresh.
Yeah, and I think they've done a really good job of like creating that experience online,
Yeah.
because you can't touch the bags, you can't smell the leather,
Right, right.
but they've managed to like convey that feeling through their website, which is pretty impressive.
It is.
So like if someone's listening to this and they're thinking about like maybe taking the plunge, what would you say to them?
I say, like, really think about what's important to you. Do you value quality? Do
Hmm.
you value craftsmanship?
Sustainability.
Sustainability?
Yeah.
Because if those things are important to you, then investing in something like this, it's not just about buying a bag.
Hmm.
It's about buying into a philosophy. It's about supporting a company that aligns with your values.
It's about making a statement. Like
Exactly.
you were saying earlier, like it's about the journey, it's about the story.
Yeah, and it's about the story you want to tell with the things that you own, you know?
Totally.
Yeah.
And I think like to kind of bring this full circle, like, we started by talking about that feeling of like luxury, of quality, of something
Yeah.
that's built to last.
Yeah.
And I think, when you imagine yourself carrying one of these bags, walking into a meeting, going about your day, like that's what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a bag, it's a statement
Absolutely.
as a reflection of like your values, your priorities.
And I think, there's a certain confidence that comes with that.
Totally.
Like when you know you have something of quality, something that's unique, it just like changes the way you carry yourself.
It's that quiet confidence
Yes.
that comes from knowing you've invested in something truly special,
Exactly.
something that will stand the test of time.
It's an heirloom.
An heirloom.
Yeah,
I love that.
it's true.
Well, I don't know about you, but I am like fully on board with this whole philosophy.
Yeah, I'm sold.
Time to go do some shopping. This has been amazing. Thanks for like breaking it all down for us.
Oh, anytime. Happy to talk leather goods. Any day.
I knew I could count on you.
Of course.
All right. Well, until next time.
See you later.